survivors' ragged breathing and the rain on the deck. Holt in holding
Strike from the sky, brothers! This planet is ours, witch.
No. This planet is theirs.
Hammering so fiercely he felt lightheaded. Severin approached, gently kicking aside Gren's severed lower half as he came. His face was drawn and determined. Fine, Holt grunted. Though he felt a dozen cuts and one shallow bolt fragment lodged in his thigh, bleeding warm through his trouser leg. Adrenaline still masked the pain. Thomas had a superficial gash on his forehead and some burns on his hands from grabbing the hot chain, but he waved it off. We lost Marken and Gren, Thomas said loudly.
Commander, the time has come to strike at our true enemy. Whoever has been provoking and guiding the Greenskins is holed up at Fellhammer Mine on the outskirts of Argus. We believe that Mech Badzappa, the orc who escaped us when you first arrived on Calderas, is also headed for the mine. You and your squads will drop south of Fellhammer and push north. Strength and firepower will pay greater dividends than stealth. For this reason, Sergeant Cyrus will remain aboard the Armageddon and provide mission support.
He glanced at the choppy water where the traitor had vanished. We were lucky. The captain allowed himself the ghost of a smile. Luck and a good measure of courage. His gaze drifted to the roiling sea. If that monster truly drowned, I'll take it. One less to worry about. Holt gave a weary nod. He cast his eyes toward the northwest, where the dark shape of the main island lay hidden in mist. One of them down. Emperor knows how many more to go. It felt far too early to celebrate. These weren't foes likely to travel alone. And even if the traitor they'd sunk was solitary, Holt doubted the warband that killed Halden consisted of only one warrior. Thomas seemed to have the same thought. He leaned on the rail, drenched and shaking. If one was here, there may be others. Emperor, could that have been the same one who butchered the beacon? Could be, Holt answered, clapping the boy's shoulder gently. If so, he's paid for it. Severin's expression. We must assume war remains. Our mission hasn't changed. Warn the colony. They need
What's
to
that in the sky?
what's already here. He looked at what remained of his two troopers with pained eyes. We're exposed out here. They worked quickly under the drizzle. Thomas fetched tarps to cover what was left of Marken and Gren, his hands shaking only slightly as he helped Holt lay their fallen comrades as respectfully as possible. Holt pried Gren's dog tails on half of
Eliminate the orcs. Move north up the valley, Commander. Get to Fellhammer Mine and find out who is stirring up the orcs.
sets fried from where the bolt hit. Severin reported, glancing at the shattered vault.
Movement on the ridge. Gone. But those were no orcs.
Holt grunted assent. Indeed, he had no desire to drag the presumably drowned traitor's corpse behind them like some cursed catch. With effort, Thomas engaged the emergency release. The entire chain rumbled off the drum and slid away, disappearing into the Grace's bubbling wake to join the anchor and its grim cries at the bottom of the sea. The rain finally grew to ease as they pushed on. Breakers Point's outline became visible ahead as a dark ribbon of land. The storm clouds were beginning to thin. Fitful fingers of sunlight poked through here and there over distant waves. It might have seemed a hopeful sign on any other day, but Holt's heart sat leaden in his chest. The image of that flayed skin with the beacon and the brutality of the fight replayed over and over in his mind. The worst part was knowing it was only the beginning. Captain Severin stood beside him in the wheelhouse, reloading his pistol with hands kept steady by sheer force of will. How much longer? He asked quietly. 40 minutes, maybe less, Holt replied, opening the throttle further. The Grace's engines complained, but complied, churning up foamy white behind them as speed increased.
Here's the convoy. The orcs slaughtered them.
We will avenge them. Keep moving. Orc gunners on the ridge! Get to cover!
Fury from the sky! Cut them down! Sergeant Thaddeus, reporting for duty, Commander.
Did you have a pleasant rest, waiting for the most dramatic moment to strike?
Good to see you too, Avitus.
If he were an arch traitor bent on terrorizing a colony, he'd isolate it by taking out comms and transport first. And their foe had already begun to do exactly that. The governor must be alerted and any Arbites on planet, he added. The governor? Severin grimaced. Frankly, Administrator
The
Collins
enemy has deployed heavy weapons.
but he'll do what the PDF command tells him.
Commander, my squad can use our jump packs to land right in the middle of those gunners. They're no match for us in close combat.
Ready for battle.
Engage jump packs. He's in, son. Move on. Orcs are firing on us.
Gunners eliminated. Commander, there is a communications array nearby that we should secure for the chapter. Strategic assets like these grant us combat advantages and allow us to more easily reinforce in the field.
I will run a scan on their defenses. Commander, the orcs are well entrenched at the main entrance. A frontal assault would be unwise.
A jump, some grenades, and we're in, Cyrus.
And right in the sights of the whole orc horde.
Holt wondered if the boy even realized the flecks of someone else's blood speckling his cheeks. Holt felt a surge of fierce pride and sorrow, seeing Thomas robbed of his youthful innocence in a single man. The harbor near. They could make out the breakwater and piers, the cluster of low buildings beyond. To Holt's surprise, a small crowd gathered at the main quay, pointing to
Full assault then! Strike hard and true!
Aerial assault. Go!
Deploy stimulants.
He's in, done. Move on.
This is Avitus.
first when you didn't respond.
Adjust your positions.
His arms drifted past Holt, widening at the bullet-riddled wheelhouse and the tarpaulin-draped shapes on deck. The crowd behind him murmured in alarm. Holt stepped onto the gunwale of his boat. Get me a
trouble. These are the Orc guards killed where they stood. Someone else has gone through here.
Swiftly, before the humans arrive. We cannot allow one obstinate Orc to derail Oxia's plan.
You did spoon Skykiller and Gutrender. Me sidewalk eye says you ain't even Orcs at all!
Now the humans join the fray, I see. The fools cannot see the true threat facing us all.
Not Space Marines too! Time to leg it!
And a warlock leads them.
Commander, the Eldar must be the ones who have been stirring up the Orcs. Kill those Eldar before they escape.
Heading there now.
Thaddeus here!
Listen now. We engaged one of the traitors at sea and drove it off.
Aerial assault! Go! Engaged by Eldar! Do we have a new target? Reposition, forward!
Alchemy repositioning.
This is evidence.
Neither killing nor dying frightens me. Feel my wrath, humans. Of a disciplined mind. And so we dally on the threshold of apocalypse.
Eldar! Those and engage! Assault squad!
Perimeter teams to the turret.
Engage jump hatch.
Tactical squad.
Our weapons are ready. Back to battle, brother.
Assault Marines taking heavy losses!
You, the leader, suffer in measure to your authority.
Thaddeus here! Engage jump hatch.
With me.
Avitus under attack.
Foolish, blind humans. The Orcs could have slowed them down, given us time. You have doomed us all.
We stand, and you have fallen.
Victory is but a prelude to the next battle. This is a grave development, Commander. The Eldar are evidently provoking and influencing the Orcs. Their involvement is hardly good news.
They claim to be stirring up the Orcs to combat a common threat. What could that be?
I would not put much stock in what the Eldar say. They are deceitful and manipulative by nature.
That they are, Tarkus, but the Eldar aren't fools. The Warlock you defeated may have been guiding the Orcs here on Calderis, but he was only one part of a larger plan. We are receiving reports that the Eldar are stirring up the Orcs on the nearby Typhon system. The Armageddon will take you to Typhon, so you can engage the enemy there. I will relay all distress signals we receive from Typhon back to you.
So if and when the time presents itself, hopefully, I'd love to have Chris back. Oh, he does.
Commander, this is the Armageddon's navigation display. From here, you can review data on the planets of the Aurelian subsector. You can also order the Armageddon to initiate warp travel to one of these worlds. When you are ready, initiate travel to the Typhon system.